Ой, блин. Ой, блин. Чего?
have to like fire any bullets. It did so much for utility, and MVP will take banana. And so one thing I was talking about is the fact that I want to see more defaults from MVP. So they have banana, but typically here, you know, you'd want to go back. That said, because they've already lost a man, you might just want to hit the bomb site as opposed to drawing things out. And we see a defensive smoke from Tyloo, but that will go away around 43 seconds. So there'll still be time afterwards to go for the site hit. They're going to go through the smoke actually with a flashbang and straight into the setup. And this is not working out at all, James.
Yeah, this is devastating. Devastating from Tyloo. They are all over this. Well then, Stax has got a little more he could do. Somebody, has he just thrown all his weapons on the floor? That's a beautiful shot from Stax. I think he needs to reload his weapon. I don't know what just happened there, but he's got 12 HP and he could get a 1 versus 1. He's looking for something, maybe an AWP. There it is. And there's a beautiful shot from Attacker. So I don't know if there was an attempt to change weapon, but it seemed that I think somebody just threw all his weapons on the floor.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there, but the headshot was awesome.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Here we go, about to see it in replay. Yeah, just throwing everything. So yeah, there's a lot about this T side that leaves much to be desired. As mentioned, one of the things that we're not seeing from MVP is a successful way to take map control, which is such a basic on playing your T side Inferno. And Tyloo, every single round, have a lot of information. And it seems like, again, there's an overcompensation in that because they don't seem to be comfortable in taking map control on their buy rounds. They're trying to really trying to force things on banana repeatedly when Tyloo are having a good time of it. If the CTs are winning banana, you don't have to force the issue early in the round. Just let them take banana at the beginning of the round. You take middle. Maybe they even use 3 players. That means your early mid to apartments timing is going to be stronger. You take that position away, then you decide, okay, do they have deep banana control? All right, if they do, then we should probably try to at least challenge banana. Don't have to commit, but challenge it to force them to rotate a player back. Then now we can go to A if we want, or to B. It's up to you at that point. But at least you have the options and you deny the CT's information. That is the very basics of what the T side should often look like. You don't have to do that all the time. But from MVP, what they're doing right now is not working. And so that's why I mentioned that.
Yeah, this is a very, very strong performance from Tyloo so far, looking to storm their way to the major. Loser will go to the play-in.
Yeah. I can't help but think that a default style would work quite well against Tyloo, because Tyloo like to be aggressive and proactive. So you're going to catch them playing for information, you're going to catch them pushing. And that could be like very interesting as a dynamic. But here we go, another buy round for MVP. Maybe they have a different approach.
Seems they've been deterred from the early pushes towards banana, finally. They'll put a Molotov towards the car position, but they're focusing on A. Will it be a fast one? Got Tyloo looking to move down banana, maybe. They should quickly realize that MVP have intentions towards the A bomb site indeed. We've got a rotation from Bentet all the way towards the A site. Attacker will use the smokes to create some space, hiding behind the wall because he's being shot at the moment. So they're trying to find a good angle, but Freeman is here as well. And he will finally move away. Now, somebody's on banana, moving back to the top. He doesn't have a smoke, but of course he's got AWP, so he can hold his angles. Bentet's got to be careful. Caught off guard. They're trying to charge towards that arch position. There are flashes. There's the bomb. Not a 2K, though, but Freeman's here for an instant trade. Attacker still in the pit. Freeman with some beautiful bursts, spotting more players, and Zeta's the last man standing on short. He's in a 1 versus 2. They know exactly where he is. Attacker's making it super awkward. Could be in various places. Pops out from underneath the balcony, and there's double figures for Tyloo.
Yeah, so here we do see that change of approach whereby they go for a top mid take. Banana's not being successful, but one thing that they allowed Tyloo is, I talked about how proactive Tyloo were. Tyloo immediately sniffed out that there's nothing going on towards banana, so they rotated a 4th player to A, and it can be fine to attack into that if you've got really good utility and so on and so forth. But Tyloo looked really ready for the ting, as you would say. And so they just defended that really, really well, just hitting their shots, playing their trades. The set piece for MVP needed to be a bit stronger, I suppose.
Last chance to Luna in the first half. A focus towards banana once again, and Bentet says no. Banana is still with Tyloo, despite the falling of Bentet.
Куда?
Somebody's got to smoke if he wants to use it. He'll use his AWP first. Can be nice to hold on to that second smoke. And someone's made his way towards the B bomb site. Dropping a HE down. More presence being shown, and MVP will try to capitalize in the meantime. Towards the A bomb site. Only one kill for Freeman there, trying to trade for his teammate. They were almost lined up for him, and now someone's on a fast flank along with somebody. This is surely a round for MVP. They're not sure of the pit position. That might delay things slightly, as they're only now planting the bomb, which has allowed Tyloo to get very close to the bomb site. And go beyond the molly, and Swine hasn't seen anything, but surely Zeph heard the connection.
Good position for Summer, but he's beyond the point. He's at this point now where if he pushes forwards, this pit player becomes a problem. That's a great smoke though. There's a window to attack, and Summer will do a good job getting one kill at the very least, but somebody's stuck on the AWP. This might be difficult to make this work at all. He's going to switch out for an M4. Smart stuff. It's the last round, so might as well go for it. He's got 13 bullets left after those bursts. It's not a lot given that there's two players to deal with. Can't quite find anyone though, and there's a double peek, and MVP will lock it down. A fifth round. It was a real struggle on this T side for them, but 5 rounds, considering that struggle's not the worst outcome.
Indeed, they've given themselves a fighting chance going into half time, so we'll see if they can do this after the break.
And welcome back. It was a struggle in that first half for MVP once again, but they got 5 rounds out of it. Now they move on to the CT side, where they should be able to have a stronger performance, I would imagine, but it does all depend on the pistol, I would say. And also another thing we have to consider is that Tyloo on the T side, they are a dangerous prospect.
Indeed they are, and I don't know if the pistols have always been there when MVP have really needed them. So we'll see if they're able to pick it up on this second half. And let's see what they will choose to bring into it. HSK with an incendiary grenade. Interestingly, that's very expensive to pick up on a pistol round especially. Solid $600. Sign with a smoke and a diffuse kit. So what do they have in mind with this incendiary? I'll be very curious to see. But you never know, maybe the person carrying it gets popped and doesn't have a chance to show us. MVP are going to have 4 people top mid, just like Tyloo did in the first pistol round. It's a mirror in that respect, but Tyloo may have something else in mind.
Yeah, that B retake top with heavy top mid seems to be in vogue, and A is much harder to retake, so I don't blame teams for doing it. Makes a lot of sense. And Tyloo really showing all the presence in the world towards B. So this is interesting because Tyloo probably they know about the meta, so I wouldn't be surprised also to see them trying to absolutely bait rotation. Showing players here, surely rotations will be baited, but in fact they're just going to go for it too. That works as well. And Zephyr's been dinked, and he's been smoked out of position. So it is a B retake. That's what they've been playing for, and they have that molly, James. Maybe this is what it was for all along.
Perhaps for new box, perhaps it's to throw it running from this position. Although going for the jewels, the molly will not be used whatsoever. There's a huge fight around construction, and it's causing all kinds of problems for the likes of MVP. Only 2 of them remain, and Tyloo repositioned to make life harder. Going for the double peek and finishing off the numbers. Stacks to 7 HP, flying somebody will finish off the job, and there's another pistol round denied for MVP. Tyloo in a strong position once again.
Yeah, Tyloo look like they're a lock-in almost for this one. They look so good. They picked up the pistol. They just have to survive against presumably the CT4 spy that will likely come in. Or looks like they might actually go for the save here. The full save. You don't often see it on the CT side of Inferno in this particular circumstance, but we will see it this time. Getting rid of that decoy, and we will see Banana taken over by Tyloo. Obviously the stack on top mid for MVP with all 5 players. Might be circumvented entirely if Tyloo puts some initial efforts towards B and discover that it's empty, which is a possibility. Sometimes that's what you do. You just throw a Mac-10 in there. Throw it in there, see what happens. And where are the Mac-10s? We have one on Banana and the other one towards the T side of apartments playing passively. So see Stacks ready for the flash for his teammates so they can burst mid. But there's no one there yet.
Waiting for a sound cue, a step, a grenade, something. But being offered nothing at the moment. In the meantime, the creep continues. Again, it's interesting to watch a player look at what they prioritize as they move. Because certain positions when you go into B, you're exposed to 2 places at the same time, like top of the barrel, for example. Summer sees almost everybody, and attacker's like, okay, I don't need to face all these numbers at the same time. We can grenade dump and take the B bomb site. And that's what they will do. Somebody's gone into a very forward position, but he's got the only AK-47, so that could get interesting. Gets his bell rung as well, so maybe it's back to the B bomb site for him. Definitely don't want to allow that to be collected by the CTs. And Zeph will be looking for him. Signs found the Galil from earlier on, so there are bits and bobs collected for MVP, which will help them in the rounds to come.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Bentet just going for it. Attacker, obviously, he's got a lot of value in utility. So throw Bentet at them. He's got the Mac-10, he's got full health. Make sure that they can't save that Galil if you possibly can. An attacker's going to get dinked as well. Everyone's getting dinked up. Where's Benta? He's playing the most cautiously, actually. It's interesting because I was saying how you can throw Mac-10s in as the expendable players for info, but Benta is playing extremely passively, and his teammates were the ones with the rifles were the ones going into B head first. So
see how somebody's moving his head as well as his mouth.
So yeah, pretty good spot for Tyloo. It's all gone according to plan. But this is it. This is it. If MVP really want to get back into this match, they're going to make it happen here. Because if they lose this, that's 13 for Tyloo, then they won't have anything. They'll have to save, and then that's 14 rounds already. So this is really the best chance to get back in, especially considering that we have a UMP and 2 Mac-10s for Tyloo still. But that can be dangerous on the approach quickly. Somebody's going to run straight through the Molotov. Oh my god, man. That is so beautiful. What an entry frag.
The disrespect.
That's devastating. He ran straight through that molly like it's a basic Pug pre-Molotov patch.
They know now that there are 2 more players towards the B-bomb site, and it seems like he's not done just yet. Standing in the smoke, so he's being left to entertain the masses. What's going to happen? Out he comes. There's a player above his head. In the meantime, we've got some picks. Oh, look at this. He's just going to pull the rotation. Zeta's the last man on B. They've got all the information. Absolutely wild scenes. And Tyloo can plant this bomb and stand wherever they want to because Sheta is miles away.
Somebody is so interesting in the sense that you never quite know what you're going to get from him. He's going to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And on the CT side, it can be pretty nail-biting to watch at the best of times. But on the T side, you know, he's going to be the guy taking some of these just ridiculous maneuvers. Like running through, like not just part of the Molotov, but the full Molotov. He ran through the widest part of the Molotov and gets this instant kill on the guy coffins. That's kind of unreal. Then standing in a smoke, and it just all works out for him. It's unbelievable. And as I said, you know, this was such an impactful round because maybe with the saved AK, MVP will force up, considering that a Glil was saved from the previous round, so there was some additional cash on another player. So they can actually force it up, but I fear for them, James. I actually would like them to just save so they can have an AWP.
They don't have too many rounds to play with, however. So it's going to be tough, whatever they choose to do. 5-13, MVP have been knocked from pillar to post in this game so far in this series.
You got to have nades on the CT side. That's the other thing too, right? You got to have nades, and ultimately you really want an AWP. Those are the two like real prerequisites, in my opinion, for a buy on the CT side at the best of times. And
these are the worst of times, Dan.
And yeah, it's true, but it's one of those things as well. Like, if you're already behind, how likely do you think it is that you'll get value out of a force buy, considering how well Tyloo are playing? If your best likelihood to win a round is with a full buy, that might make more sense. If we're talking like, you know, if it's like we're looking at FaZe, or we're looking at a team which is renowned for individual ability, force buys become much more viable in this kind of a position on the CT side. But I think in this case, I feel like MVP need that full buy. But we'll see what they decide. Just look at this move, man. That's so unbelievable. What a guy. What a guy. Just running through the Molotov. Instant kill on coffins. And they go for the force buy. So again, it doesn't look too bad. They have a good amount of utility, but they are lacking the AWP. And there's two MP9s and a FAMAS.
Tyloo on the cusp of greatness, heading towards sticker point. Zeph going through the flames.
No.
Oh, we've got a double Molotov combination. Killer Instinct combo. Hate cheese and Molotovs, and that is just not the start you need. It just isn't. More Molotov damage. And sets us in a bristle position. So our MVP. He's going to try and hold his position, though. 4 HP. He needs the biggest play of all time, and I don't think it's going to happen. Took one of the players out, though, so he's given Sign a chance, but it won't last very long. Another savage round. Nothing but violence from Tyloo.
Yeah, the shove all in on Banana. I mean, it's interesting, actually, because it's the players with the best guns who were the first two to die here. You can see that it's an AK and an M4. It's not the MP9s, which would have a better movement speed. You can jump around the corner and so on. It's the two guys with the rifles. So that kind of sucks that it's those guys going first in that situation where you're close range and it's all just mad. And now it will be the force buy. And they're not going to see a buy until they win a round. They have not many chances left to do so. 4 smokes. Tyloo showing their experience here. And it feels like MVP are playing a game that Tyloo love to play.
Pistols, just pistols for the likes of MVP. And HSK has been taken out. Only Sign towards the, sorry, only Zeph towards the B-bomb site. He'll drop a smoke. There's another smoke for Zeta as well. Stacks taken out towards A in the meantime. And we just wait for them to fall one by one, really. They have had their chances, their options taken away. Tyloo have imposed their will from round to round, from the opening bell and beyond.
Yeah. MVP have been struggling to make life difficult for Tyloo. That's always the name of the game in anything competitive. How can you make the decisions as uncomfortable as possible for your opponents? How can you put them in spots in which they don't know what to do, or how can you put them in spots where they're unable to play the style of gameplay that they like? And so far, Tyloo are getting to just play trades. They love that. They're getting to play against an aggressive CT side. They're not being starved in the approach from MVP. And I think that could be one of the ways that MVP could get ahead against Tyloo. Because Tyloo individually are a better team on the individual level when their players are firing on all cylinders. So you got to find other ways. And that's a decent smoke, actually, leaving a gap here, trying to lure the T's in, thinking that maybe they're covered. But instead, there's an AWP that awaits. So we talked about the AWP. Maybe it can make the difference.
Maybe it's too late to make the difference. It's match point for Tyloo. 10 match points in a row. Doesn't look likely that this is going to be turned around. We've seen comebacks before, but we haven't really seen an indication of the ability to win a round, really. Tyloo looking to abuse their numbers towards the top mid position. Stacks is trying to stack the frags. He gets good for 2, and the Molotov will get a 3rd one. So far, so good for MVP. Somebody moving into the arch position. Can he catch Zeph off guard, or will it be the other way around? Zeph stuck on the speedway position, moves forward, but there's a trade from HSK, which leaves Bentet, the man for Tyloo, with the bomb and 1 minute to play with.
Now, this is doable considering his position. There's a bunch of different options that he has here, and you have to be kind of lucky because you can never know which option is the good one. And he's chosen a pretty good one here. Going towards B is perhaps the strongest option that he has, given that there's only one player there. But he will be wrapping around library in case it's a player here, and he can get a cheap frag. But unfortunately, he's going to be going into the Lion's Den. And these are the hardest positions to deal with, because you can look at this, like, Sign can get, oh my god, that's a nice shot from Bentet, but Zet is there to be able to trade immediately. So unfortunately, he picked the wrong door, and he gets shut down. But MVP, maybe there's a small sign of life. Able to defend a top mid rush, but there's so many other tests that still lie for them to tackle. Or lie in wait, I should say.
Tyloo have a better buy. Despite MVP winning the round, the damage done allows Tyloo to just maim their opponent to finish them off later on, potentially. They're better equipped. AKs over FAMAS. Somebody taking more damage than maybe he needed to. But he's still alive for the time being. They thought it was safe to push. They did some good grenades, but somebody was in the right place at the right time. Some spam, and Zeph's got to be really careful. There's so many darts flying his way. There we go, finally tagged through the wall, down to 43 HP as he backs off with no grenades.
Ебать, наконец-то, нахуй. Полчаса ждал теперь. Ты слышишь меня, нет?
Да.
Че так долго ходил, ты говорил?
Собакой гулял.
Дуст. Бля, я так и прицел не изменила. Блин, где-то здесь что-то нажал. Блин, меня пугает. Капец, я прицел так и не изменил, блин.
У меня лагает.
Лагает. На даст постоянно лагает. Хм-хм-хм.
Smoke. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang.
Дробовик взял мой.
Hello.
Здорово.
Hello, I go long A. Hello, guys.
I am mid.
Let's move out.
Сторона пошли.
Slash long.
Mid. Short. 3 short.
Maybe too short. Too low. Short. Mid door one. 2 city and low. Maybe one short. City 2. Short.
Defusing the bomb.
Peek. Good job.
Красавчик.
Сейчас бы если сидел бы дальше, он бы его ёбнул бы, и все, там голову видно.
Oh. Ne iyiydi ama değil mi? I take mid.
Let's go.
Maybe free.
Сука, попали.
Deploying decoy.
Да по мне тоже.
Short, short, short.
Throwing smoke.
Short, guys.
Throwing fire.
I'm saying short.
Flashbang.
Fucking. One mid low HP.
Ninja, maybe.
One long at
Смотри
least.
мид, смотри мид двери лучше, чтобы не вышли. Да-да-да, вот отсюда посмотри.
Так бамбу-то что, все забрали, да?
Хуй, он шортом.
Short, short, short. Two short.
Пошли двое уже. Там еще один, все убили. Шорт ласт. Мид может быть, смотрите. Да-да-да, вон он.
Form up. Let's go. Smoke. Throwing flashbang. Fire in the hole.
Two T-base.
Grenade. Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang.
I'll throw a flame if someone go long.
Affirmative.
Double door behind.
Nice.
T-base.
Nice.
Well done.
Что-то просили стрим, ни хрена никто не заходит.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, someone go A. Guys, please.
Grenade out.
Top mid. Short, short. Mid flash.
Throwing flashbang.
Be careful, short. Short, short.
Step short.
Huge.
Возошел уже. Пидор какой резкий.
One low. Two side.
Two A sides.
One low.
I told you short for 5 times.
Fire in the hole.
Lower tunnel.
Purple go short. Okay.
1B. Tunnel. Bomb is in tunnel.
Grenade out.
Going there.
Throwing fire.
What the fuck?
Laying down smoke.
Don't buy. We don't have money.
Let's go. Throwing smoke.
Tunnel. Lower.
Maybe short.
Bomb is catwalk, short way. One mid low.
Минус 96.
One double door.
Mid,
Last
mid,
one, mid
mid
door.
last. Orange, mid.
Roger.
Git. Git run.
Let's go, people. Laying down smoke. Incendiary out.
Mid smoke.
Smoke. Throwing smoke.
Short.
Tunnel. One tunnel.
Yes.
Short.
AVP. T-Bay. Bomb.
Short.
Going short.
Throwing flashbang.
Oh, to spawn.
T-spawn AVP.
Throwing
Костяну похуй.
Ну, ЧП, ебать.
Оббегай его.
Flash.
Throwing flashbang.
Check long.
Flashbang.
A side, A side.
Okay.
Where's the bomb?
Don't show up. Mid. Top mid. Nice.
Где спасибо, нахуй.
А, нахуй, башка не русский.
Smoke. Laying down smoke. Incendiary. Deploy.
Что-то на лангу раскидка.
Short.
Laying down smoke.
Шорт, да. Шорт.
One low HP short. Two short.
Side. S side. сука, не успел пробежать, блять. Сайт. Забирай костяных.
Deploying flashbang.
Inside.
Пизда тебе, нахуй. Хорошо, еще один. Сайт.
Блядь, попал.
Нормально, это эти где-то на. Лазят, блять. Со всех сторон бы вышли, нахуй, все.
Let's get this done. We are doing
Да
this.
сука.
Mid smoke.
Incendiary. Grenade.
Top mid. Trying A. The short. 3 short. 1 low HP.
Шат.
One top mid.
Жопа.
Long. No, no.
What the fuck, long.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't talk. I'm sorry.
Ну, своего там услышал, что ли?
Но он, блядь, услышал своего. Мне говорит, лонг, блядь, я тоже на рефлексе повернулся, и меня свой же еще и захуярил.
Sorry again.
Окей.
We're wasting time. Let's go. Smoke.
Maybe shot. Nice.
Mid. Short. One short.
Yes, shot, man.
Throwing flashbang.
Go. Ай, хорошо. Shot.
Grenade out.
Side. Go orange.
No, side. Прям.
Go. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Grenade.
Mid flash.
Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Smoke. Decoy. Throwing flashbang.
Flashing shot.
Deploying flashbang.
Hey, mid. One more mid left. One long. Long is dead. Short. Last one short.
Side.
Go yellow, go green, go. Cut.
Нихуя ты его в очки убил.
Well done. Well.
Это хуёвая позиционка, будем поставить вообще.
Can you change our weapon? Yellow. Do you want M4?
Let's go, people.
Я там, блядь.
Laying down smoke.
Че там? А,
Fire in the hole. Incendiary out.
Хуй попал, блин.
Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke.
Я думали, наебут нахуй. Стреляет, а тебе Б рашит. Нахуй зашли. Б вышел один.
Going B.
Flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire.
Написать вам. Мобикар.
The tunnel.
Oh, nice guys.
Получилось у них чуть-чуть, нахуй.
че, наебать хотели, говоришь, да?
Конечно.
This is what we trade for. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Incendiary. Grenade out.
Убей. Ярасы разбежались нахуй, суки.
Tunnel.
Отсайд, карма. Сайт. Кар.
They raped you. Ладно,
Да, им повезло, просто народу мало было. Ты один там был, наверное, Колян, да, на Б?
Но я вот двоих убил, они потом двое вот дым кинули и разбежались по сторонам. У меня не успел тупо выстрелить в них, нахуй. Бабой.
Decoys out. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Smoke. Laying down smoke.
Лоу.
Throwing flashbang.
Да вот он нахуй.
Fire in the hole. Flashbang.
Блючок мы.
top mid one.
Throwing fire.
Check A side, please.
Where?
Nice.
Drop now, team.
Move it.
No damage.
Throwing smoke. Throwing a grenade. Grenade out.
Top mid. 2.
Lower. А, он последний был.
Stick, you are cooked. Where are we going, guys? Okay, go A or B.
Ну,
B.
лонг.
Long, of course.
Ай-яй-яй-яй, пиздарики.
3 long.
Why is the bomb in the front? One mid. One pit. Nice. One was mid before. One A side. Nice. Last one. Go. Nice.
Хорош. Что за скинчик у тебя там такой, Карен?
Это я подобрал.
Я думал, купил.
Да не, отжал у дурака.
А,
Даже мусарской пистолет.
ну да.
Из враческинов нет, один дробовик, на который я не стреляет. Ой,
One at the side.
петух ебучий. Ой.
Check CT.
One mid. Шаг может быть. Бум.
Умею он нахуй с калаша стрелять.
Long one.
Not
Нахуй джамп.
Нахуй джамп.
they are idiot.
Ё, идет.
Lol.
Eco.
Let's go.
Смоков нету хуёво.
Мид есть.
Что шлюха, блядь. Присите.
3.
Yes.
Нахуй джамп.
Oh.
Nice.
Я говорю, что меняется, нахуй. Это хуета какая-то, ебать.
Че?
Ну, в смысле, то, что мы проебываем. Я тебе говорю, когда меняется раунд, мы проебываем сразу. Меняется, в смысле, это. Теры на мусоров.
Там сейчас, в принципе, что у нас, блядь, пистолеты были.
Да не, ничего не говорю. Просто почему-то вот в ноль просто въебались сейчас. Хотя такого сроду не было.
Smoke
Ну,
short.
здесь, видишь, дохуя подрубают. Они не вывозят, и начинается. смог хуярит, он нас двоих почти убил. Одного убил, меня почти.
Пошли на Б, нахуй.
Lower one.
Сзади.
One piece bomb.
Собака ебаная.
You played so well. It's okay.
Пиздец, как я не запрыгнул на. Ебучий джамп на.
Да, пес. Ну.
Pushing mid, 3 HP.
Да ничего, нормально. Да нет, чувака поймал. Ну. Да хули там на удочку делать? Ну, короче, к Междуреченску подъехали. К Стелле. Чуть-чуть развернулись обратно. Километр проехали. Стали. Ну да, тепленько. Ну. Ты-то что, залил?
Да, залил.
Что делаешь-то? В парк? Зачем?
mid.
What the fuck?
А? С кем?
Много народу.
Ага. А вы что-то ездили? Тут фотку я смотрел там. Где-то на гитаре там Пашка играет.
Да, это с Нового года фотка толпая.
Я думал, вот недавно ездил.
Не, а мы неделю доехали, Хову и отец очень.
Понятно.
А мы даже ничего не сфотали, но когда были.
Ага.
Телефон в машине вообще лежал, я его выключил. Вот, тоже на моем машине. Я выходил, я людей еще смотрел, что их нормально. Все, больше не звоню никому.
Понятно.
Что тачку починил?
Да нет, ну делаю. Ну, завтра начну.
А, ну-ка начнем завтра.
Ну. Да я в пятницу поздно приехал. Они уже закрывались. Я говорю, ну я хули поставлю у вас. В понедельник, говорю, начнет.
Понятно. Вот это вот, смотрите.
На 2 он сказал.
Ну, это так, забыл работать.
You're amazing.
Не, ну видишь, ее протянуть, он ночью стоял, потом с утра еще протянуть.
Ну, так-то да.
Ну.
Да, это остальное отдать.
30 bombs. Wow.
Че, никто не помог? Ну, собаки.
Ой, блядь.
Собаки.
Хорошо.
Ну, конечно.
Nice, nice.
2 more long.
Ай?
Спина должен чуть-чуть.
Ух. Ух.
Ладно, давай, мы тут с Коляном играем,
А,
короче.
50 speed, да.
Nice,
В
nice.
КС.
Be clear.
Go B. Stand.
Да хуй делать. Не,
Не в боксе оба. Бокс. Two.
да я стримлю, ёпта.
Oh no.
Ну,
Maybe short one.
хули мне делать? Да Колян позвонил. Давай покатаем.
One round
Давай.
eco.
I didn't hear the sound, sorry.
Да, 20 штук.
Go push it me.
Как? Ну, конечно. Давай. Блять, заебал, Гуня звонил, отвлекал.
What the fuck? Two.
Жим нахуй.
Ляпты, не ляпты.
Lol. Push long together.
Go.
Be safe. Let's go, my friends. Flashback. Throwing flashback. I'm throwing.
Nice.
Fuck.
I'm throwing smoke. Smoke. Grenade.
Flash.
Molotov. Flashback.
Plant.
I check shot. Shot. And
You
this.
were so lucky. Info.
Сити.
Надо go B. Actually. Another one low HP. Over there.
Smoke. Smoke. Grenade. I'm throwing smoke. Smoke.
On upper tunnel, upper mid. On upper mid.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire.
Mid. No cover.
Виндо.
Nice.
Oh,
Заебал он с этим дробовиком. нахуй.
Taking калаш.
Давай.
Броню закупить.
Forward.
1, 2, 3 B. Go away, guys.
Yes. I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Come from short, green. Check
Мне
low.
надо кнопку КТРЛ нахуй вырвать вообще, надо ебало. Я присаживаюсь
Да.
сразу.
У всех привычка есть. Long one. I check shot. Shot.
I flash short. One hit.
С лонга бьет.
Dead. What the fuck?
Nice.
Nice.
One B. Two.
Nice. Long. Beat maybe.
Tunnel.
Блять, я опять присел.
Nice. Да это пиздец, это привычка. Нахуй. Оу. Тихо, блядь.
GG.
Yes.
Шо, разморожу? Алло, шо там, братва? Я уже в такси, скоро буду дома. Курица Конечно, разморозил, мам. Да, блядь. Давай, сука, дай. Все, мама дома. О, мама, привет. Съебался нахуй с дороги, где курица. Мама, так курочка вот. Ты шо, долбоёб, не разморозил ее? Мама, ты шо сразу долбоёб? Сука, ну, блядь, такого дала, ты что надо платить, блядь, пиздец. Нахуй ты меня оскорбляешь все время. Сука, давай, блядь, за мной быстро пошли. Мама, пиздить точно не будешь? Поздно уже тебя, блядь, пиздить. Мама, да ну, может, не надо. Рожать, типа, не надо было, а маме гостей встречать. Вот, сынок, мама на работе, к нам гости придут, достать курицу с морозилки. Алло, мама, хорошо, разморожу. Галечка, короче, давно хотел тебе сказать. Я люблю тебя. Ой, Вадюша, что ты начинаешь? Что за пустые слова? А что значит пустые слова? Да я за тебя кому хочешь ебало разобью. Блядь, на словах, конечно, ты крутой, хотя на деле тебе ебало каждая бабка. Алло, это блядь. Братайчик, что-то случилось? Ай, блядь, да ну на что? Да Галечка, сука. Раз ты его потушил, блядь, красавчик. А я как что, Галечка, звезду с неба достал. Вот. Настя, ну так что скажешь? Ладно, я тебя тоже люблю. Когда поцелуйся, ебать. Подожди, что ты по знаку зодиака? Я водолей. А я козерог, и мы не подходим друг к другу. Официально, чебречь там. О!
Ну что-то на стримчанский вообще никто не заходит. Retro. Блять, надо было выйти нахуй. Блин. Какая-то карта.
I go B. Hello, people. Good luck, have fun.
Ага, и тебе.
Guys, don't flame, okay? Just play. Check short. I stay B.
На миду еще один есть.
Lower. Mid. Short.
Диджей, блядь. Шорт один.
Bomb, guys, bomb B. Guys,
Okay.
one check mid and two guys stay B, okay? One coming long. No short. Mid.
Я дигл раздает.
Take him for, take him for. Good job, my friend. Low HP mid, low HP mid. Step short, yellow, yellow, short, yellow.
What?
Last was short.
Mid, да.
Go B, go B.
go short.
Now. Step slower tunnel.
Deploying flashbang. Smoke.
What?
Step short.
Flashbang.
Two guys coming short, yellow VK.
Short.
Бля, ненавижу эту позицию вообще.
Наушники тебе надо.
Да нет, так не видно, голову торчат посаднее там. Ты попадешь.
Эх, тут главное слышать. Bitch, shot. Orange.
Grab your gear and let's go. Deploying decoy. Flashbang.
Не дуюсь.
Throwing flashbang.
Шорт зашли.
Окей.
Блядь, трое там.
Проходит.
Long short.
Last long. Ебать ты дикий, охуеть. Дикарь вообще.
Пиздец.
Как будто у тебя, блядь, не калаша, пулемет ебаный в рот. РПД как будто, ой, ДП, блядь.
Go, go, go. Decoys out. Throwing a grenade.
Бля, желтый, не хочешь на Б сходить? Я мид посмотрю с ВП.
Lower. Too lower.
Эй, би, блядь.
Throwing flashbang.
Бомба у меня.
Orange. Еще lower.
Я ушел на лом.
Шорт прошел. Ты пидорас, блядь. 10 хп шорт.
Наконец-то я накопил на авик, пацаны, можно не париться. Им пизда. блядь, нахуй только их 3 штуки там.
Нормально.
We're wasting time. Let's go. Throwing fire. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Fire in the hole.
Нижняя есть.
Grenade out. Grenade out. Incendiary out.
Блядь. Шорт, сука.
Ловер.
Шорт пошел, ну. Бомба-то вообще здесь валяется.
Да, один. Микс здесь. За ним.
На шарту один.
Да, ловер один.
Минус 24.
Сайтлес, да?
Да, он по
Сайт
шарту
просто.
проходил. Там где-то.
Сайт. Дроп дайте, короче. Под солянку.
Form up. Let's go.
Что такие жопы передают.
Grenade.
Не успел.
Водичка вообще подлетает.
Deploying flashbang.
На Б шевелешь какой-то.
Flashbang.
Я не пойму, а зачем наши противники кидают в темку, блядь, дым? Low HP short.
Bomb long.
Throwing a grenade. Laying down smoke.
Last mid, за углом слева сразу. Идет в сити.
Затыкал.
Let's go. Smoke.
Там его
Throwing flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire. Grenade out.
Ловер есть.
Я убил ловер только что.
Deploying flashbang.
А, еще один, сука.
Все, ловер ласт.
Водичка. Ну вот и денежки появились, нахуй.
Go, go, go. Grenade out. Incendiary. Flashbang.
Сторона пошли.
Fire in the hole. Grenade. Grenade out.
Ловер двое.
С пульки своему въебал.
smoke.
Флешку взял. Блин, флеш.
Бомба ловер.
One on site A.
Flashbang.
Смотри, что я не могу на Xbox запрыгнуть, блядь, на шорт.
Пацаны, если вы вместе, можете мне кидать приглашение в паде, сыграем еще игру.
Да не, мы все крайне.
Да, я только зашел.
Пахана, ты что там, в клубе каком-то компьютерном, что ли?
Да. Ну, у меня компа нету.
Ловер.
На бой выбежал.
Пидорасы. Мид, слушай, мид. Михань. Дор, мид, блядь. Стян, да, там вышел. Еще один в миду. Он с авиком, уйди. Zero.
Блядь, не могу попасть.
Один на шарту. Один.
One shot.
Что-то какой-то раш беспонтовый был.
Вообще пиздец. Бля, бы смешал.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Flashbang.
Пацаны, вы оставили.
Мидл.
Оставили.
Да ничего не оставим.
Мид убил. Идите, пожалуйста, лонг посмотри.
Иду.
А желтый останется Б туннель. АВП, возможно, на спавне.
Smoke.
Флешка есть?
Миду там лазит вроде.
Я его слышал, но...
Я засейвил. Who went up? Blue. You want? No problem.
This is what we trained for.
He spun up.
Throwing
Left.
flashbang. Throwing fire.
Мид. Мид пушит, мид.
Be clear.
Нихуя себе на лету меня въел.
Mid, step. Short and long. Бля. Могли бы выиграть, если бы я сейчас типа с бомбой убил. Они бы потом возвращались за ним. Yellow, drop M4, please.
Do not be afraid. Let's go. Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Grenade out.
Ты спал на ВП.
Лонг.
Deploying flashbang.
Угу. Здесь бомба.
Пит.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
Зараз, блин. Смог шьет.
Лонг идет. Don't pick, no time enemy, guys.
Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out. Grenade out. Counter-terrorists win.
Петух.
Да похуй на него, пусть сидит там за своей бокой, дрочит, блядь. Играют в атаке, сидят с АВП на рисках всю игру, пидора.
Ну, блядь.
Let's get this done. Decoy. Throwing smoke.
Явно вот, да.
Водичка, охуеть.
О,
Ебаный рот. На меду уже.
имеет минус 63. А где бомба? Кто увидел?
Careful, AVP on A.
Твей.
Вот там, да?
Минус 63
Да, в
один.
сайде один.
Проходит один. Там лоу HP там. Last low.
Где-то обезьяна, нахуй. Кто нахуй разогнался, блядь?
Кто у нас ливнул? Ой, да, у нас тоже.
Да ладно, нахуй, так вывезем.
We will defeat the mercenaries. Cover this area. Affirmative.
Ванкар.
Сайт.
Planting.
Разъебали.
Бот спину прикрывает.
Terrorists win.
И обычно боты заебись байтят, нахуй. Они выходят, те на него отвлекаются и разъебываешь.
Обычно не значит всегда.
Ну это да.
А
Иногда
бывает,
они хуйню творят, нахуй.
они берут бомбу, бывает, и идут в двери, умирают на миг.
Это базаров, но... Водичка уже убивается, нахуй скажет играть.
One on B.
Блядь.
That makes 3. That makes 2 left.
Сетиван.
Terrorists win.
Нихуя на него напал, ебать.
Что, я что ли?
Да.
Да, он зашкерился там.
Можно ловер. Где мой эйс?
О, сзади, пидор.
Да, я убью. Если в чё, умирай, похуй. Ебану хоть эйсик сегодня, на. Да сам придет.
Давай.
Че, эйс?
Ну. Один-то надо 100 пудов делать.
Хорош.
Пойдем на Б. 100 лет туда не ходили.
Да я вообще не люблю на Б ходить, пиздец.
Давай, чё ты.
По-хорошему там вот, когда я стою, ну, минус 2-3 это делается. Хорошо. Оставь. Сиди. Ой-ой-ой, пидор. Ждал уже. Ой, лучше не пикайте, нахуй. Быстрее закончим.
Минус 36 у него.
Падай, падай, сиди. Все. Взаимно. Спасибо за игру.
Давай, Колян, пойду спать.
Давай.
Да, офигеть, никто ничего даже не написал. Нахуй я делал стрим.